Cramps. Garbage Man.
Like the Cramps?
Great song. The Cramps.
Not the Gramps.
The Cramps. All right, as a rule, I hate petitions. They're always for lame stuff like saving wild grasshoppers, banning a Walmart, or making Klingon the official language of Scotland. I signed that one. But one petition made it to the White House with enough signatures to win an actual response. It called for gun-free zones for politicians, because if it's good enough for your kids in schools and malls, it must be good for them too. So goodbye to armed guards for the president, vice president, and their families. The White House said no thanks. And then they went on to explain how our leaders are subject to persistent threats daily and need protection. They also mentioned assassinations as proof that people do such harm. Of course, if you went by the press and President Obama, aren't schools under similar threats by madmen, even more with assault rifles? Anyway, this proposal of stripping protection from the president is idiotic. But as a symbolic expression, it scores a 10 out of 10 on the cleverness scale. Fact is, if our leaders need non-gun-free zones, then clearly they are safer than gun-free zones, whose title really means feel free to shoot me a lot. I guess forcing children to play in gun-free zones means they matter less than politicians. And so the petition exposes the elitist, destructive hypocrisy of the gun-fearing liberal hack. They don't have to live by the principles they espouse, but are willing to let you die from them anyway. How's it feel to be the fish in that barrel? You know, you cannot deny the findings, Andrea. John Lott does a lot of work on this. Mass shootings, all the mass shootings except for Gabby Giffords, happened where victims couldn't defend themselves.
I think it was earlier this week, 6 people were shot in one day in Chicago, yet the White House still stays silent on this. I think you hit the nail on the head, Greg. It's a bigger point, the haves and the have-nots. So they get to have the security and the guns, but people who are not in government, who are not politically connected, don't. They push Obamacare on everybody else, but they don't want Obamacare, so we have to have it. They have not because they choose to. I think they should leave these decisions to the cities, to the schools. Newtown, for example, they moved to have security guards with guns. Let them decide. Stop having Washington, D.C. make the decisions for states and localities.
I've got an idea. I think you should put tanks around every school and put mounted machine guns up on the city. Are you kidding me? These people, first of all, this is organized by the NRA. It's obvious.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, yes, it was. The NRA put their money behind it because they're starting to lose ground, as they should. A bunch of hacks talking about
hacks. How are they losing ground when they basically wiped the floor with President Obama over the whole gun control issue?
Excuse me, they lost 75% of the seats they were supporting last time.
But did you see any gun control legislation?
And their membership is skyrocketing.
Oh, yeah, skyrocketing.
It is.
Great.
No, but let's have that.
Let's not talk about that.
First of all, Wayne LaPierre is a birther.
What?
He is.
Who's a birther?
Wayne LaPierre.
Oh, please. God help you, Bob. When you run out of
He's not an
facts.
American citizen either.
Eric, there's no single example of a bystander accidentally shot by a permit holder. Yet they seem to say that it's more dangerous in a non-gun-free zone.
Can we just get back to Wayne LaPierre is not an American citizen?
No, he's not.
Okay.
He's not.
But even Bob admits he's got no facts.
Look, I mean, obviously it's ridiculous to expect the president not to have security, but the point is, you're 100% right. Put a sign up that says gun-free zone, and it becomes the most dangerous place in the area.
Yeah.
And allow it. Let the states handle it.
Yeah.
Let's put it on your front lawn.
Can I just say on the whole petition thing?
Yeah.
When the White House first announced that they were going to do this petition thing and that if they got a certain number of signatures that would elicit a response from the White House, I remember emailing with my friend saying, this is going to be one of those sounded like a good idea at the time type of things. They end up either having to answer ridiculous things like this, or they completely ignore petitions that they just don't want to answer.
Well, remember that I think it was 25,000, and all of a sudden everyone was petitioning, and then it became 100,000.
Yeah.
Well, why don't they just cancel it? They cancel everything else, provisions of the health care law, White House tours. Just cancel this.
No one will even care.
Please.
You know what kills me, though? Tuesday, Piers Morgan had a debate on gun control, and he believed that
nobody listened.
Well, that's true. Nobody watched, but I did. He doesn't believe not all women should be armed. Isn't that kind of sexist?
It's absurd.
Yeah.
It's absolutely absurd. It's sexist and ridiculous.
Wait. He said not all women.
Yes.
But all men could be?
No, he's just saying that there's more of a danger of people getting hurt.
I take it you're for everybody in New York City to be armed, right?
We don't know how to work them.
To carry a gun?
All non-felony convicted.
So 7 million people should carry guns in New York City?
They want, sure.
I bet I can handle a gun better than Piers. And use it better, too.
All right. There you go.
You know
Coming
what,
up
you know what,
next.
and you know what I'm against? I'm sorry, Greg. You know what I'm
That's
against?
okay. Now
I'm
it comes
against
to life.
no one having a gun except the bad guys, which is what New
police?
York City really is.
And the
Yeah,
police?
that's what the stop and frisk is. All right.